Welcome to the Ostomy Body Positive Confidence Chronicles, where we highlight inspiring ostomy journeys through education, relatable stories, and expert insights. We also feature companies, products, and professionals improving ostomy care. Please like, share, subscribe, and or join our movement. The Facebook group link is in the description below. So you know the drill, right? That it takes a few minutes to get on here. And in the meantime, we just, I ask if you just want to
Dance.
dance. Dance to the
I'm gonna
music.
let you dance.
Okay, you just want me to dance. Okay, fine. But I gotta dance because I have to entertain the clientele here.
And then you have to see if your volume's on or your mute's on.
Oh yeah, good idea. Okay, volume's on. Yep, good, good. You know what? I can test it out here. Hold on, let me see. And clientele here. It's
You can
on.
hear
It's
it.
working.
It's working.
Perfect. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Ostomy Body Positive. Today we have Elizabeth. Do I say, how do you say your last name?
Poor. Just
That's
like
how
not
it's.
rich.
So I was like, okay, it sounds like poor. It looks like poor, but then it has like two O's and an E at the end. So then I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
want to
just
screw it up.
we're not bougie. If we were bougie, it'd be like poor A. But we're not.
Oh, French, like French kind of. Yeah. Ooh, I like the bougie though. All right. So welcome all the new people that are out there. I know there's a lot of new people that have joined the last few days. I like to bring Ostomates on and do this cool interview and ask about their experience with an ostomy so we can help people who are struggling or people who just want to have more information on their beautiful members that we have in our group. So, like I said, today is Elizabeth Poore. And we were just chatting, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell us about hobbies, family, who you are as a person.
All right. So I go by Liz. I'm Liz Poore,
Okay.
and I have had my ostomy since October of 24. I've had really severe Crohn's disease for about 3 years up to my surgery. I'm now in remission, quote unquote, whatever that means for Crohn's disease anymore. But I was a federal government employee. I guess technically I still am up until September 30th. Just everything that has happened in the last year to me with the surgery and the ostomy and all these appointments and dealing with life, I've decided to take that deferred resignation from the government. And for added fun, I opened my own travel agency so I can help people who are scared to travel or think they can't travel, especially people in the ostomy community, to help them and walk them through. Yes, you can. It's actually you'll feel 200 times better if you go on vacation than you
For
do
sure.
sitting at home.
Just like you said, going places is your happy place. So
Yeah, it's when you're sitting at home, it's not. And so, um, I try to do whatever and whenever I can to help people. Anyone who's needing to talk or vent or learn more about their ostomy, like I just want to help as many people as I can because yes, it's a completely new life that you have to learn, but it's not necessarily like in my case, I don't think it's necessarily bad. Like it's restored my quality of life.
yeah, for sure. And we talked about that too. It's, yes, reversals for you and I are possible, but we don't think that we would do that because why if we're enjoying our lives right now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Great. And so you have a colostomy due to Crohn's, correct?
I have an ileostomy due to
Oh, you
Crohn's.
have an ileostomy.
I
Okay.
have a high output ileostomy. So, but just like my advice for anyone who's new to the ostomy world is to please name your ostomy because it does help change. So mine is
Oh
Oscar the
yeah, Oscar the
Oscar
pouch.
the pouch. So
Right.
he has his own little bag.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
So
I remember that now, Oscar the pouch. I love it. Well, it is a grouch, but I guess we can give him a nice name.
yeah.
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 Yeah. So, can you share a moment when your ostomy helped you regain confidence in doing something that you loved?
I would probably say in January, my best friend was taking her two kids or my godchildren on a Disney cruise, and before I even knew I was having the surgery, I had booked to go with them. And I think it was like right up until the plane took off that I was saying, like, I can't go. I can't go. It was only 3 months. It was three
Yeah.
months to the day of my
It's pretty
surgery.
soon. Yeah.
So I was like, and I was like, I can't do it. Like, I'll be having to stay in my room the whole time to empty to
Mhm.
do that. That trip, I learned how to manage my ostomy so much better. I learned how to take the loperamide at the right times, what to eat. And my favorite thing about cruises is so stupid, is they have white rice everywhere. Like, you can get white rice
Yeah.
whenever you need it.
Nice.
So if my ostomy acted up, like, I could just go
That's
get white
awesome.
rice. But that's where I got all my confidence back and from. And I even had an unfortunate accident. We were on the private island, one of Disney's private islands. I'd gone to the restroom,
Mhm.
and I think I just wasn't paying attention, but I went to change my bag out or like empty it,
Yeah.
and I somehow wasn't over the toilet, and I emptied it all over the
Oh,
floor. And so, you know, everyone in that women's room like
yeah. Yeah.
saw it, and I was trying to clean it up and not cry and not break down
Yeah.
and using less than one ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
But even that, I was like, I was able to take care of it myself. I didn't need my husband to come in and clean
Yeah.
up. I didn't. eh,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
yeah,
kind of tossed yourself right into the den, right? And right into the lion's den at that point. But it was probably really good then because you didn't get to sit at home and just focus on what am I going to do? You were out already. You had no choice but to
yeah.
do
I
it.
had to like go meet them for like to go play with like stingrays. Like we were
Yeah.
like, I had to, like, I got to clean up. I got to get out of here. I
Yeah.
have to go meet them.
Yeah. And it's in those, I feel like it's in those first few months that you're learning, right? So you don't know exactly like pulling it off or doing this or changing it when you might have a leak or you will have a blowout in those first few months. And so, you're kind of learning a lot at that moment too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been the biggest challenge to adjusting to life with an ostomy?
It's the thing is like somewhat like covering, not like covering and hiding it, but like clothing, like getting the right clothing so it's not so out there.
Mhm.
That's been challenging. Um, and I think just getting people to understand, I think, and like not be grossed out by it, not be
Yeah.
skittish about it, like that it's just, I just go differently than everyone else now. And
Right. Right.
I think that, and then arranging my food schedules,
Yeah.
because with having Crohn's on top of the ileostomy, like I still have the triggers, but without the pain, thank goodness. I just
Yeah.
have
Yeah. Yeah. The
output triggers.
the goes, the runs.
Yeah. And then making sure I don't get distracted when I'm emptying or anything like that. So like this past weekend I was in Buffalo visiting my family, and we were driving to my mom's house, and I literally just said to my husband, I'm still real nervous about emptying in other people's houses. Like it's
Mhm.
still just, I get nervous.
Oh
And he's
yeah.
like, you'll be fine. Like it's like no. That was like
Yeah.
I opened my bag and held it in my hand and then grabbed the toilet paper, which I never do that. I
Mhm.
always grab toilet paper first. The toilet paper roll holder in my mom's house was broken, fell off the wall, and I dropped everything. Thank goodness we had clothes in the car and everything, but it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
you're
getting
out of
like making sure I'm not losing concentration.
yeah. Yeah. Well, when you're out of like you're not in your normal place or something, you forget those few steps that you had, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has your self-image changed since having an ostomy? And what advice would you have for someone struggling with their self-image?
So I definitely like the first few months, I definitely was distraught. I think 90% of our recovery is mental and
Yeah.
emotional.
Yes.
It's the physical, okay, that sucks too, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Um, it's just like learning I'm still beautiful. Um, my body is still beautiful. Like positive affirmations, like
Yes.
not just me having to say them, but having other people say them to me, like is a huge help.
Mm. Oh, that's good. I've never heard that before.
Like, yeah. So we had to take my husband to therapy with me, and she was like, told him it helps to rewire my brain if he does like over the top affirmations for me.
Okay.
She's like, it's gonna feel really weird and unnatural, but just do it because it helps. Um, but I think it switched, and all of a sudden I have more confidence than I think I've had in years. I'm more self assured. I go out and do a lot more stuff than I've done before. I don't have as much stranger danger. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't when you start your own business.
Yeah, that there's no so much so. I'm with you 100% on that. Yes. You
And
yes.
honestly, I've gotten like I'm very open. Like I'm just very open and
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And
So I think that helps too. I mean, just like I think even just getting you I think we think that it's going to hurt our self-image, but the idea that we can actually go out and do more should really essentially help our self-image because now we can go out and not worry about always having to look for a bathroom. Like at least if our bag's filling up, we know we have enough time now to go look for a bathroom.
oh yeah, not like with Crohn's, and it was
Right.
like you had to
Yeah.
do a scan whenever you
Yes.
went somewhere. Like
Yes. Yes. Scan the room. Where's the exit and where's the bathroom?
and no, like I couldn't sleep in. I could not sleep in with Crohn's disease. Like it
Yeah.
was like mornings were my worst.
Yeah. 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 Especially after that first sip of coffee.
Yeah. So yeah.
What is a misconception about living with an ostomy you wish more people understood? I know you touched on the like ick part, but is there anything else, or do you think that's like the biggest one?
I think that's definitely the biggest one. Is
Yeah.
like I remember it was before my surgery. We were at church, and there was a guy there. He works in the medical community as in a urology's office. And I had said, "Hey, do you know anyone in the local area, like any stoma nurses or anyone like that I could talk to?" And he was like, "Ew, who's getting a stoma?"
Wait, the urologist said this?
Yeah. And
Oh,
I was just like,
oh,
"You're like," my husband was so blown away. He was like, "I out of all the people, I would not expect him to have had that reaction."
no, not a anyone in the medical field. You would never expect that.
Right. To be like, ew. And even like last week I was at another appointment,
Oh
and
my gosh.
it's the physician's assistant. She seemed put off when I said I had an ostomy and just
Mm,
kind of like, eh. But I think like swimming, I think would probably be the biggest misconception, or swimming, showering, bathing, and not just people outside the ostomy community, even people inside of it. Like
yeah,
you can swim, you can take a bath, you can
yeah,
shower as long as you're post-op, you're
yeah,
all healed, stitches are
yeah,
out. But um I think people are really, oh, you can go in the water.
yeah.
Yep, just like you.
That is, yeah, I've noticed that a lot too. It's just about taking precautions, it's really,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, okay. And then what is a piece of advice? And I know you said naming your stoma is big, but what's another piece of advice that has made like managing your ostomy easier on a day-to-day basis?
Reaching out and talking to your doctor or your nurse as soon as you have an issue. Yes, the Facebook pages are nice and they're helpful,
Uh-huh.
but I think so many people feel like they're a burden to their nurses or their doctors. We're paying them. Like we're
Yeah.
paying them. They're
Yeah.
there to help us.
Yeah.
And you have to advocate for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. And if and reaching out to suppliers, I think would fall into that category.
Yeah.
Don't sit at home being upset because the bag isn't fitting right or you're constantly having
Mhm.
leaks. Call Coloplast, call Convatec.
Yep.
Like that saved my life.
Yep.
Like I was like hysterically bawling, wouldn't even get on the phone with Coloplast at first, but my husband was on the phone with them, and I got on the phone with her, and we realized I needed an ostomy paste with no pectin in it because I
Okay.
have high output and watery output. And my output was basically washing away barrier rings. Like
Mm,
it just dissolves it. And
mm.
so that's why I was having so much, and I haven't had any issues since. But I had to do it. Like you have to talk to them. You have to let go of the embarrassed part of it because they've heard it all before and they've probably heard 10 times worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And that's a good point. Like finding the ostomy supplies that work for you because it's going to be different from everybody. Most of the time, I've noticed they send you home in Hollister, but you don't stay in Hollister, right?
I thankful. I don't know how I got lucky. I got Coloplast.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
got Hollister at their other campus in March when I had to have a second surgery, and
Okay.
but yeah, no.
Huh. I've noticed a lot send them home in Hollister, send Ostomates home in Hollister, but it doesn't mean that that works for you. And furthermore, I posted yesterday on the Ostomy Body Positive site that link for the
Yeah.
UOAA about the so filling that out. So Medicare, they're trying to make it so that Medicare uh, says that ostomy supplies are classified differently, essentially, under something else, which would mean that we would only get this, whatever this is. But remember, we change and our body changes. Like right now, I've been in mine for almost the whole time I've been an ostomate, but I've wanted to try other things. They didn't work for me, but that's okay. Everybody is different and our bodies are changing. It's really important that we're able to have what we need.
Yeah.
So if you don't know about that, please fill that out for whoever's listening, because it's really important. So yeah,
Please.
that's another very good point. So on the psychological, you say naming your ostomy, and then on the physical, it's like having the right ostomy supplies.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
talk. I mean, just make sure you bring it up and just like
Oh, and talking about it.
yeah. Cause so I was so lucky in my first couple months. My best friend's cousin had just gone through this a few months prior to me.
Mhm.
And so like her and I didn't really know each other that well, but we sure got to know each other really well.
Mhm.
Because when I was telling her what was going on with my bags and my skin, like she was like, "You probably need to try a 2 piece." They had me in a 1 piece then,
Yeah.
and she's like, "And you need to use powder." And so she got on a Facebook video with me, which I think some people would be really scared or shy or worried to
Mhm.
do. But I was like, she's got the same thing on her body as me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did, and she showed me how to properly do the powder and make the what
Yeah.
is it,
The crusting.
paste? Yeah, crusting.
Crusting. Yes.
She showed me how to do that, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
think it's I'm lucky that I'm not super shy about it.
Yeah. But and it is. I mean, that makes a huge difference because you're able to talk to people about it. You're able to like ask questions. And like you said, it's like the people we learn the most from are the actual people who are living it. It's not necessarily a nurse or a doctor. It's the people who are actually have the ostomy or, have the experience. So
Yeah. And
that's
I
why
think
groups are important.
I hear that so many people, oh, my doctor said this will work. And well, your doctor has never had a stomach.
Yeah. That's right. Your doctor doesn't have it attached to his belly. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of, I really like your shirt because I noticed it, but I forgot to mention it.
Thank you. You can
Yeah.
get this on Etsy. You can literally just search for ostomy awareness shirt and it should come up. They're so comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
probably getting a second one, but they fit perfectly and they're not expensive. She does a good job.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Put her link in the thing so people,
I'll have to
if
find
you
it. Can
if you
I
want to.
go back and post it in the
Yeah.
link? Okay.
Wherever you want. Yeah. 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 We're not like super, being and put your travel agency info down too for
Okay.
people who are looking for that. We want to support all ostomates regardless of what you're doing, and it's important. It's important. All right, I have one more question that I didn't prepare you for.
Oh, good.
Yeah, on the spot. If you could write a fortune cookie message about life with an ostomy, what would it say?
Oh, wow. Fortune cookie message about an ostomy.
Hmm.
Drink more water.
Yeah, there you go. True.
I just say it's like I dehydrate obviously super easy, and so it's always
With
the
an
concern.
ileostomy for sure.
There's
Mm.
so much I have to balance. I have to have my magnesium a certain way, my sodium a certain way. I have to add salt to my food, but keep my blood pressure down.
It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job taking care of us.
I know
It
it's
is.
fun.
And that's important too because I think we forget that sometimes or we want to just be normal and eat what everyone else is eating or drink what everyone else is drinking. And like, it can't always be that because we might be knowing we're in a flare or we're, having an issue or we're worried about leaking or something. And so we have to be careful. Like
Yeah.
it is the downside, but it's just, that becomes natural too, I think, as we go
I
along.
think I got super, I think I'm blessed. Like I love to cook and I love to experiment and I love like cooking is my life. And so
Yeah.
when I got Crohn's disease, what an insult to injury, right? I'm a huge foodie.
Right.
And it's like you took away garlic, onion, and pretty much everything else in life that makes sense. And but I've adapted and overcome, and so I do that with my stoma too. Like I add rice to every meal so that I can still enjoy some things, but balance it out with the rice or mashed
Good
potatoes.
idea.
And I love the marshmallow suggestions. That doesn't work for Crohn's disease because it just pisses my stoma off
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But I learned like garlic olive oil will overcome it. I've learned that canned peaches can mimic tomatoes if you marinate them in vinegar and
Oh.
oil for a little while with some basil and just play around.
Yeah.
And none of us are, I wish it was this way, but none of us are the same. And so everyone just have grace with each other and
Yeah.
patience. And
Yeah.
I love your page because there's a zero tolerance for the negatives.
Yeah. 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 We don't want, because otherwise why we couldn't call ourselves positivity if we let negative, alcohol. And there's still little things that slip by us, but we have to also remember people are going through a lot. But yeah, for the most part, we want people to stay positive and live their best lives. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was great. Thank you for coming on. And like I said, I'm going to be using these and putting them together so we can have them all the time. So I love that we are recording this. And yeah, please post your travel agency so if people want to get a hold of you and or they have
Awesome.
questions. I know you said you want to advocate. So
Yeah.
anytime you want to come on and talk again, we'd love to have you back on.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you and have a good day.